And we want to take you now straight to the KUSCCO Center in Upper Hill, right here in Nairobi, where today the Kenya Union of Savings and Credit Cooperatives was giving an update on how the societies have fared, especially during this coronavirus pandemic. Joining us now live is Alan Aoko to tell us more about what was said and what should be expected in the coming days. Alan, a very good afternoon. What can you tell us?
Indeed, thank you very much. The COVID-19 pandemic has hit cooperative societies hard, and today we saw the movement issue out vouchers to the vulnerable in society, members of the cooperative society. 5,000 vouchers were issued today. This comes at the backdrop of another 5,000 vouchers that were issued a few days ago in another function. Now, this is supposed to support the members of the cooperative society, even as we see how challenging it has been for the society when it comes to navigating the headwinds of COVID-19. Present was also the Managing Director of the Kenya Union of Savings and Credit Cooperatives, Mr. George Ototo, who said that even though the cooperative society is going through headwinds, people shouldn't just yet rush to other alternative mainstream issuers of credit. He was saying that for cooperatives, they have consistent lending rates of about 12 to 14%. But we have seen in the sector, the banking sector having 29-year lows of interest rates of even up to 11%, and we've seen Kenyans rushing to those banks to get credit. But Mr. Ototo was warning that the banking sector has volatile interest rates, and therefore it means that if the COVID-19 passes on, then the interest rates will go back up. But for cooperative societies, they remain low. But beyond the interest rates and the advice of the MD, he says that cooperative societies have been doing well so far despite the challenges because they have been advising their members to take short-term loans, because he's talking about cash conservation. So he's saying short-term loans have helped a lot of people, and they are trying to discourage long-term loans during this time because it might disable people from lending. Present in this issuance today also was the Principal Secretary for Cooperatives, Mr. Ali Noor, who was here just to see how the process is ongoing, and he also talked about the government's efforts to try and cushion cooperative societies. He was talking about the impact assessment that is supposed to, is still finalizing to give us a view of how much the cooperative society has lost in general. He says that is still ongoing, but he's also appealing to other cooperative societies to band up together and contribute to the cooperative fund that is meant to safeguard the affairs of cooperative societies. Behind me in the banner there is cooperative committee, COVID-19 response committee, which was formed to help mitigate the coronavirus impact on cooperative societies. And the PS was telling us that some cooperatives have given to the fund to help them help other cooperative societies, especially those ones on the ground that are not that big, to help them manage their affairs, but is also still appealing on others to come in and sort the cooperative society. But that's it for us now. We will give you updates on this development during our upcoming bulletins, of course. Back to you.
Thank you so much for that update, Alan Aoko, just telling us how the COVID-19, which has affected various sectors globally, has also affected the cooperative societies, and talking about quite a good initiative there. They've gone ahead to issue vouchers to help the vulnerable at this particular time, the members of the societies.